Hey there, welcome back to Books and Minutes. Today, we're diving into a fascinating book that has completely changed how millions of people think about wealth, money, and success. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Now, let me ask you a quick question. Do you believe that being rich is only about numbers, like salaries, investments, or how much you save? Or could it be more about mindset, behavior, and the stories we tell ourselves about money? Well, Housel argues that money isn't just math, it's psychology. It's emotional, unpredictable, and deeply personal. And once you understand the psychology behind money, your relationship with wealth completely changes. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's explore this life-changing book together. Think about it. How many of us know someone who's incredibly smart, maybe a math whiz or a finance expert, yet still struggles with money? And on the flip side, someone with very little financial education who somehow manages to save, invest, and retire comfortably. That's because success with money isn't about intelligence. It's about behavior, patience, discipline, long-term thinking, and avoiding greed. Here's a powerful example Housel gives: luck and risk. Bill Gates went to one of the only high schools in the world that had a computer in 1968. His friend, Ken Evans, equally brilliant, died young in a mountaineering accident. One became one of the richest men in the world. The other didn't get the chance. Both luck and risk are invisible players in everyone's financial story. Let me ask you, how much is enough for you? There's a famous story about a hedge fund manager who made billions, yet a writer pointed out that this billionaire still made less in a single day than another investor, John Bogle, had created for ordinary people over his lifetime. The point? Chasing more never ends. Greed is dangerous. The happiest people are the ones who know their definition of enough and live by it. Here's where it gets really interesting. Making money and keeping money are two totally different skills. Getting wealthy often requires taking risks, being optimistic, and chasing opportunities. But staying wealthy, that's about humility, fear, and frugality. In other words, once you build your wealth, you need to protect it by avoiding unnecessary risks and focusing on the long game. Think of Warren Buffett. Yes, he's incredibly smart. But do you know what makes him unique? His time horizon. He's been investing for over 75 years. That's why most of his wealth came after his mid-60s. It's not about striking gold overnight. It's about staying in the game. Money isn't just about buying things. The greatest reward of money is control over your time. Imagine waking up and realizing you can choose what to do, when to do it, and with whom you spend your time. Isn't that the real definition of wealth? You don't need to be a billionaire for this. Even a modest savings account can buy you a little freedom, like the choice to take a day off without stressing about bills. That's real wealth. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And in this book, Housel shows us why. Take Warren Buffett again. Most people think he's a genius investor, but here's the secret. He started young and never stopped. Imagine planting a tree at 10 years old. By the time you're 70, it's not just big, it's a whole forest. Compounding works exactly like that. Tiny, consistent habits, saving, investing, being patient, can grow into extraordinary results over time. Let me throw a scenario at you. You see someone driving a Ferrari down the street. Do you immediately think, wow, they must be rich? Here's the twist. The car itself is proof they're less rich than before because they exchanged money for it. True wealth is invisible. It's the money sitting quietly in your savings account, your investments, the things that don't scream, "Look at me." Real wealth is security, options, and freedom, not flashy things. Here's something that blew my mind. Your parents, your culture, even the decade you grew up in all shape how you think about money. If you grew up during the Great Depression, you might see money as something fragile, easily lost. If you grew up during a booming economy, you might see it as abundant and easy to come by. That's why we can't judge other people's financial decisions too harshly. We're all playing different games. Behavior is greater than intelligence. It's not about being the smartest, but the most consistent. Define enough. Without limits, greed will destroy happiness. Survive first. Staying in the game is more important than winning fast. Time is wealth. True money buys freedom, not luxury. Let compounding work. Small habits, big results. Wealth is silent. Don't measure success by what you see. Everyone's different. Respect others' money choices. They're playing their own game. So, what does all this mean for us? It means money isn't just about dollars, charts, or interest rates. It's about patience, perspective, and psychology. It's about knowing when enough is enough and using money to buy what truly matters: freedom, security, and peace of mind. Here's the golden rule Morgan Housel leaves us with. The hardest financial skill is getting the goalposts to stop moving. So maybe the real question we should be asking isn't, how can I get rich? But what do I really want money to do for me? Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's your definition of enough? Is it freedom, security, or something else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to see how you all think about money. And if this summary gave you value, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Books in Minutes, and share this video with a friend who might need a fresh perspective on money. Because remember, money is numbers, but wealth is a mindset.